Hello, everyone. It's the last day of May 2022. As we head into summer and get back together with family and friends and barbecues, graduations and family traveling, let's have an amazing summer. In the Cannabis and Psychedelics news today. Oh, yay, I support psychedelics for veterans. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, R., is allowing a bill to create a state fund to provide cost-free access to psychedelics like psilocybin, MDMA and ketamine for military veterans with PTSD and traumatic brain injury to take effect without his signature. Representative Lauren Boebert, RCO, accused her primary challenger during a debate of being an illegal drug dealer for allegedly growing hot hemp containing more than the allowable amount of THC. A new scientific review concluded that over the past 20 years, the volume of cannabis research has grown steeply, which can be attributed to a large amount of funding dedicated to researching this topic, although the science base may be biased in that more cannabis research has focused on the harms associated with the substance, as opposed to its medical uses. Senators Jeff Merkley, DOR, and Ed Markey, DMA, led four other senators in sending a letter urging Secretary of State Antony Blinken to reset the U.S.'s relationship with the Philippines, including with the aim of influencing the justice system to hold people accountable for deaths in the nation's bloody drug war. Former Representative Denver Riggleman, RVA, tweeted, "Let's not go backwards on marijuana criminalization. This is 2022. Maybe legislators are watching reefer madness. I don't see crazed packs of weed smokers roaming the streets." A spokesperson for New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, R., said he would review any marijuana legalization bill that reaches his desk if lawmakers reach consensus and compromise on the issue. Pennsylvania Democratic gubernatorial candidate Josh Shapiro, currently the Attorney General, tweeted, "Look, the majority of Pennsylvanians support legalizing recreational marijuana, and I support boosting the economy, so I'll legalize it as governor. It's going to bring billions of dollars to Pennsylvania." Vermont's Agriculture Secretary visited a lab that tests hemp and other products. The Oklahoma House Speaker cited efforts to combat illegal marijuana grow operations as a top achievement for comprehensive conservative policy this session. Virginia's Senate President pro tempore tweeted about a new effort to reinstitute criminal penalties for possessing more than 4 ounces of cannabis in public, saying, "I voted against this before and I am working to stop this latest effort to criminalize marijuana. This is targeted at black and brown people who have been overcharged with these crimes in the past. We do not need to go back to the past with these laws." An Indiana senator tweeted, "It's well past time for Hoosiers to have access to medical cannabis and have the freedom to not face criminal penalties for individual use. There's no reason for us to wait to join the dozens of states who have legalized cannabis in some form." Arizona regulators filed notice of changes to medical cannabis rules. Florida regulators filed notice of rulemaking on packaging and labeling requirements for low-THC cannabis products. Montana regulators adopted rules on marijuana business proximity to places of worship or schools and on processing and remittance of local option marijuana excise tax collections to localities. California's top marijuana regulator tweeted about a study finding 100% age check compliance by marijuana dispensaries in the state, saying, "Love to, eyes, this." Massachusetts regulators are offering digital applications for physicians, nurse practitioners and physician assistants who want to participate in the medical cannabis program. Hawaii's dual use of cannabis task force will meet on Tuesday. A study concluded that CBD-rich cannabis extract was found to improve one of the diagnostic criteria for autism spectrum disorder, social interaction, as well as often coexisting features, and to a few serious adverse effects. A review concluded that recent advancements in clinical trials using pure psilocybin in therapy suggest that it may effectively relieve the symptoms of depression in patients diagnosed with major depressive disorder and treatment-resistant depression. A review concluded that in multiple experimental models, both in vitro and in vivo, several phytocannabinoids, including delta-9-tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, cannabidiol, CBD, and cannabigerol, CBG, exhibit activity against inflammation. A study found that there is some evidence that recreational cannabis legalization in the United States is associated with elevated odds of transition to cannabis use among both youths and adults. There is the news for the last day of May 2022. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you for watching this video by my420spot.com.